uncles was a commercial catfish fisherman on the Tennessee River, and right there in Florence, Alabama. And so when we got there, Dad said, well, let's go fishing. And I said, hey, Dad, I want to go. And he says, okay. While my uncle was fishing for catfish and running his trot lines and stuff, Dad had brought along a couple of small rods and some small baits. And one of the first crankbaits that we ever remember was called a Supersonic and a Bayou Boogie. But I put on this Supersonic and I thought I was Mr. Super Pro fisherman because I could cast it. Well, while I'm practicing, all of a sudden something gets my lure. I wasn't even planning on catching a fish. I was just too busy casting this lure. About that time, it gets stuck and I feel something and I said, Daddy, I think I got a fish. And he said, well, reel him in. I said, Daddy, you gotta have to do these bigger. He said, no, you gotta reel him in. So sure enough, I'm trying to reel, and back then those little reels that we had, the drag was slipping and I didn't know how to adjust the drag. But sure enough, I finally get it in, and it's a 3-pound bass, black bass. I've been hooked on bass fishing since then. And my father, an amazing man, outdoorsman, he taught me everything I ever knew about that. And then I realized it's a great sport, a great pastime. And that's all I've ever wanted to do was chase giant bass. I'm passionate about bass fishing, so I use a lot of different fishing lures and baits. Well, when I'd be fishing with something, let's say I bought it at a store, and I'm wondering, what will it do? And then I put it out there and I realized it's not doing anything, especially soft plastics. There was no action on the soft plastics whatsoever. I decided, I can do better than this. So I started designing lures that had their own swimming action. And so I made the Rage Shad, and then I made the Rage Toad, and also made the Rage Craw. Actually, I was a lobster before it was a craw. I like the larger size baits. You throw it out there and it's swimming. It looks alive, it looks real. You get on the bottom, it's just sitting there, and if you move it a little bit and it starts swimming like this, fish are gonna eat it. I've owned Rage Tail ever since, and Strike King has a license to manufacture and sell my products. It's been a good relationship, and it's definitely been good for both of us.